And even so it's Thursday, let's modify it slightly. Let's start with a parallel stretch in parallel sixth position, then two demi-swan grand. The same in second, two demi-swan grand, the same in parallel fourth, and the same in parallel fifth with two demi-swan grand. So always get yourself started with a parallel stretch. Make sure in your first parallel position your toes are closed. So there's a difference between your parallel first and your parallel second. Okay, here we go. There we go. And turn it out. Two demi-swan. Breathe with your energies. Make sure energy anticipates your grand plie and own. And find your balance in that fifth. And make sure you keep going forward to lower your heels. And there we go. Okay, here we go. To the other side. Let's replace these parallel stretches with port de bras. So you're starting with port de bras before your two demi-swan grand. Here we go. Long waist, easy neck and easy shoulders. Flex and a half and a full and a half and a heel and a toes. Toes stretch and a close with plie. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6 and all the way through your foot. Plie. 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6 and a 7 and a 8. Front and a flex and a side and a flex through your toes. Close. Flex and half point and full point and half point and the heel. Lift your toes from there, stretch your foot all the way through and demi-plie to close. The same to the side and to the front. Same leg goes flex, back, rotate, side, through your toes. Let's roll through in our second position there. And that is it. And here we go. Strong standing side activity. And flex. And half. And full. And half. Bring it back to you. Stretch. Plie. Careful, less hips. Extend it away from you. Bring it back to you. Half point, full point, half point, heel down, now toes, now stretch them through, flex, so, soft demi-plie. Strong supporting your hand, and relax when you're ready. Here we go. Yeah, see how much you can minimize the action of your hips when you're going down to your flat and coming back. Here we go. And and relax when you are ready. one and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and back and front, side plie, stretch and close and front and back, side plie and stretch and close and side and back, front plie and stretch bring it through, close first, 2/5 other side and 1. Front, back, side plie, back, front, side plie, side, inside, where are we? Front, outside, back, plie, tendu, balance her through, to tendu front, close first, side and back. You need to see that side one more time.
I
Side,
thought it went side front and then.
and
No.
then one more tendu. So from the front, side, you're absolutely correct. Front,
Okay.
back, plie, tendu.
Oh, it's the outside that does the tongue.
Yes, you're switching legs the entire time. Now the same one goes through for 3 tendus encore. So your plie becomes a tendu.
So it's the same. Side, front, back.
No. You're always switching legs with that. Side, inside, front, outside, back, or side, inside, back, outside, front. The first part always switches legs.
Oh. And then just 3.
Yep. All right, here we go. And fingertips and toes. 7. And 1. And 2. And 3. Plie and stretch and close, reverse. Start side and front and back, plie, tendu, bring it through. Encore 3. There we go. Reverse. And 1. Side, front, back. Tendu, bring it through. 3. Wait a second. It is outside, side, inside, back, outside, side, inside, back, outside, front, tendu, brush through, encore. You're starting it to the front, you're starting it to the back, you're starting it to the side. However, the pattern itself does not really change. Is that making sense?
So it's here, here.
There, tendu, 2, brush through. Encore, 2 and 3. So when you're reversing it at the side, inside, back, outside, front. Tendu, brush through. Close back, side and front.
There's something that's throwing me right at the
Side, front, back.
side, front,
Back.
back.
Plie as before, that is exactly the same we just did. Now make that 2 tendus. That is what throws you. Now brush it through, balance her to start your encore from the front.
So I just didn't do the second tongue yet.
That is correct. And you didn't start to the side either. Okay, here we go. And 7. And that's it. was the idea. I'll throw it into the next one too, just to make it super sure. Let's go front and back and side and back and front and side and side and front and back. Tournier, brush through 2/5, 2/5. Back and the front and the side and the side and the front and the back and the side and the side. This one changes. Side and the back and the front. Tournier, brush through, plié, soutenu, other side.
These are tendus?
These are all tendus. In fifth this time. Front, back, side, side. Back, front, side, side. Side, inside, front, outside, back. 2 tendus brushed through en croix as we just did. However, it's just a tad quicker. So fasten your seatbelt. Here we go. And that's it. It was a little fast for the soutenu, so I agree with you. Here we go, left side, please, and good job. So here we go. And remember, the size of your plié is always determined by the speed of the music. There we go. Brush through. It was nice. It was a nice little jig there. All right. I know the first part. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 chassé, tournier, brush through. Just so we get that little mechanic in. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 chassé, tournier, brush through. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 chassé, tournier, brush through. Close fifth and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 chassé, tournier, brush through. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 chassé, tournier, brush through. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 chassé, tournier, brush through. Yeah, and stay. Close fifth and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Roll through in your fifth one more time. Forefront, chassé, tournier, brush through. Reverse. Chassé, tournier, brush through. 4 to the side.
These are dégagés.
Yes. Again, chassé, tournier, brush through. Stay there. Close. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ready to reverse. I guess that's better than doing that string puppet exercise from yesterday. Here we go. And 4 and 1. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6. Brush it through. So it's actually calmer than you think it is. Let's not get too crazy. It's just Thursday. Okay, here we go. Fifth, chassé, tournier, brush, and Owen. Keep your arm nice and involved and a one. Brush through, and a one. Chassé, temps lié, balance-toi, and a fifth. Through, and a one. And relax. I'm careful that last balance bar stays open, so you're closing fifth and one. Otherwise, you're that half count short in the end.
That's what it was.
Yep. Please don't take it the wrong way, but can we make that arabesque just a little tiny bit less German? And maybe a little bit more French. All right, so keep your arm there.
Okay.
Just because your toes are working very sharp doesn't mean that your arm has to be in some frozen position. All right, there we go. And destination fifth, and really use your toes. That's it. And softly. And a one. Extra dégagé, and five, and fifth, and seven, and eight, and a one. Hold it out there. Now close one. Side. There we go. That's it. Right. Okay. Simple fifth and the fifth and the fifth, fifth and the fifth and the fifth, fifth and the fifth and the fifth, fifth, passé and flat, close back. Fifth and the fifth and the 1, 2, 3 and the fifth and the fifth and the first, fifth, fifth and the fifth and the first, fifth, passé relevé, close fifth. Soutenu, other side. Not much to it.
Are the fifths with plie each time?
No, just straight.
Okay,
The only plie you get is before your passé.
got it.
Okay, here we go. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And on. Feel both legs crossing. To the other side we go. That's it. And relax. Good. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3. Back and 8 and 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3. Back 2, 3, forward 2, 3, up and over, back. Plié, F2, passé, relevé, tenlié. 8 on the jambs in the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8 into your stretch. 1 and 2 and where am I? 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Arms and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. So it's fairly short.
The tauliers are to the side both times.
No, they're forward and back. There is none to the side today.
So is the first one back
Yes.
and in front?
Hold on. Yes, it is. Was that your phone? I know my phone likes to do the same thing once in a while. It's kind of, what are you talking about? So if you're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and back and front, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And here we go. And 1 and 2 and forward. Plié, passé, 5. Back and front. There we go. On the jambs and through. Why don't we go to the left after your last one? Before your stretch. And nice and softly through your legs. And stretch. Let's go 1 and 2 and diagonal, side and diagonal, side and diagonal, close. 1 and 2 and diagonal, side, diagonal, close. 1 and 2, diagonal, side, diagonal, back. Plié, relevé, stay. Close your fifth to reverse. 1 and plié, diagonal, side, diagonal, close from your diagonal. 3 times. 1 and 2, diagonal, side, diagonal, close. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7. Plié, relevé, balance. Done. We'll take the left afterward. Keep it nice and low so it doesn't become a hip flexor exercise. Okay. And here we go. And down, plié, diagonal, side, diagonal, close. Good, and 1. All the way to the back. 2 legs, 2 arms, long fingers in your arabesque, and you feel the heel pushing forward instead of moving your leg, and when you go to the side, heel. That's better. And okay. Yeah, odd enough from the back, always we said underdown, just feel your heel coming forward. You don't really have to think that you need to move your leg to the side. Just pressing that heel forward will put it right into that Alasakong position from your diagonal. And incidentally, underdown does mean pushing your heel forward, so in a way, kind of that makes sense. All right, here we go. And careful not to push yourself backward there. Let's also play on what we already did earlier this week. Fondu to the front, plié, attitude, stay plié for your diagonal. Stretch, fondu to the side, plié, attitude, stay plié for your diagonal. Stretch, fondu to the back, plié, attitude to the side. Coupé, plié, temps relevé. Port de bras to the bar. Fondu to the back, plié, attitude, so there's, unless you want to take your fondu to relevé, you don't really have to. The rest stays basically in plié. Fondu to the back, plié, feel your diagonal. Take it to the side while you're stretching your knee before you fondu. Plié, attitude, feel your diagonal, plié. Take it to the front when you stretch your knee. Fondu to the front, plié, attitude, diagonal. Take your leg to the side when you stretch your knee. Into coupé, plié, feel the same diagonals. Into temps relevé on the dent. Pull the bra away from the bar. Close your fifth. We are done. Is that making sense? So your plié attitude stays in plié until you reach your diagonal, then stretch your knee. when you take it all the way to the side before taking your next fondue. So it's a whole bunch of diagonal articulation. And
So the stretches on one is kind of syncopated, right?
it is kind of syncopated. It kind of stretches in between 8 and 1 because it's fairly slow. Okay. Yep. Fondue front plié attitude. Basically demi-rond to the side, but you're staying in plié for the first half of it. Then the same to the side, the same from the back to the side. Into coupé plié, temps relevé. Port about to the bar to finish.
That's what it is.
Yep. And here we go. Fondue 1. Plié attitude. Diagonal and stretch. And fondue to the side. Plié attitude. Diagonal and stretch. Fondue. There we go. And plié diagonal to the side. Coupé plié en temps relevé. Careful with your elbows. Portable. And 1. Away from the bar. Sure. Yeah, this is of high kinetic value if you do it right. So let's take a little tiny pause in there. Okay. Yeah, stretch it out. Yeah, just careful with your elbows there in that first onde or temps relevé.
Yeah.
It's just insecurity, which is unnecessary. Okay, here we go. That's it. Really feel that motion. Was better. That's funny. Let's go 1 and the 2 and the 3, close fifth, 1 and the 2 and the 3, close fifth, 1 and the 2 and the 3, flick, flack, 2 second, cheval front, cheval side, cheval back. Just to make it a little bit more entertaining. Back and the back and the back, close fifth, frappe, and the 6 and the 7 and the 8, frappe, and the 2 and the 3, flick, flack, plié, cheval, cheval, cheval. Let's do that twice instead of going to the other side. And these are triple frappes. 1, 2, 3, close. 1, 2, 3, close. 1, 2, 3, flick, flack. Cheval, 2, 3. So careful, flick, flack opens à la seconde parterre. Immediately go into your first cheval from there. And here we go. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Chevals 1, 2, 3. There we go. I knew it. Okay, that was our mark. So careful, that flick flag is fairly short, so you still can get that foot into your 3 pas de chevals. And careful, that third triple frappe needs to immediately strive for fifth so you can switch legs with that. All right, and here we go. Nice and small below your knees. That's it. What's a flick flag? What's a flick flag? It's not a ton relevé, careful.
Okay.
And since we were supposed to do it twice on the right, let's do it one more time on the right before we go to the left. So it repeats, yeah? Okay. Even lighter, even smaller. That's it. That's it. Okay, that was better. That's right. Yeah, it's all a matter of proportions. Proportion of pliés, proportion of steps according to the speed. Here we go. Left side. Let's see if we can get twice through it without stopping in between. And that's the idea. Okay.
That was as fast as I could go.
Yeah. All I can say is Mamma Mia. All right. Not bad, so just a little check here, a speed check.
I lost that one.
It's all right. You have to make sure that we don't peak too soon.
What's that?
We have to make sure that we don't peak too soon.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. There always has to be, somewhere else to go.
Yeah.
Let's go flex and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Develop here to the front. Flex and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Develop here arabesque. Flex relevé long and the 3. Close fifth front so you can go to écoute. Let's go port de bras forward one more time and the 3 and the 4. Change to the bar. Back and the 6 and the 7 and the 8 to reverse. Flex and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Develop here back. Flex and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Develop here front. Flex and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Écoute front to the bar. Let's have this port de bras in our reverse. Down and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Back and the 6 and the 7 and close. So that is our famous kind of sixth port de bras when it comes to the Vaganova port de bras.
What was the first port de bras then?
Forward with plié and back with plié. With switching legs.
Just close the leg and
Exactly, and angle yourself toward the bar with your back one. Then in your reverse it is basically an allongé that doesn't change legs. At least that is what it is also known as. All the way down, all the way up to cambray back. Flex, develop your front.
Right.
Flex back, develop your back. Flex side, écoute back. Inside, port de bras forward with plié.
Okay.
Close fifth, change leg, up and over back with plié.
Turning to the bar.
Yes, and up and over back with plié, just a regular port de bras.
Right.
Then from the back we have that little allongé port de bras, also known as rastyashka, when it comes to the Russian terms. Okay.
So it's
You're going you're going all the way down, like a sixth port de bras in the center, and come back up, and now up and over back. And
Oh,
close.
okay, without changing the legs.
Exactly. That's the subtle difference between the two. Here we go. And flex. Nice and long in your waist. Hold onto your flex all the way until you close. Really feel a nice long stretch in the back of your leg. And close, flex. Now take your toes, that's it. Feel your standing side lifting with you. Develop your equity back. Inside forward with plie. 2. Close your fifth. Switch leg to the bar with plie up and over back. That's it. Here we go. Flex. 1. Feel the 2 flexes. Standing leg and working leg rotating against each other. That's it. Now develop it. Open your back foot, plie all the way down, and 2, and all the way up. Separate your ribcage from your waist, and finish. Okay. And you could have angled yourself back to all
Yeah.
feet. Yeah. Good. Yeah, I really feel that double flex, so to speak, when you're having that relevé longus flex. So you really can feel both legs separating away from each other each time. Yes, and it does help to breathe while you're doing it. Okay. Let me know when you're ready. Okay, here we go. Really lean away from your leg with your cumbrae side. There, that's a true equity. And 1. Feel nice and square. You can lean away from your leg with a true cumbrae side. Keep your leg open in the back. Keep your leg open in the back. Cumbrae back. Cumbrae back. In straight knee. Straight knee. There we go. Okay. Super simple. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 from your petit battement, the first grand battement. 2 more to the front, 2 more to the back. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Throw it from there in the 7 and the 8. 2 more to the back. 2 more front, second one a little bit syncopated for a soutenu to the other side. So open side petit and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. 2 inside front, 2 outside back. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, really throw it. 7 and the 8, 2 inside back, 2 outside front, and soutenu, that is all it really needs to be.
Wait,
Yep.
are the insides always effacé? Maybe I just.
And 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5, first one doesn't change. Switch to the inside front.
Okay.
And to the outside back. All you do is reverse it. And 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. Back and the 2. To me, that is a croisé. Front and the 6 and the plié soutenu. But it doesn't really matter. All you have to do is switch your legs.
So the first, it's front and back.
Yes, correct. And now you're starting it to the side again, petit battements. Your first combattements are to the side.
Right. Okay.
That is where the logic lies. And you take your first grand battement out of your last petit battement. So that's more like a développé grand battement. 2 back, petit battements. Easy peasy, here we go. And. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hold your horses, 7, 8, 1, and 2.
Oh, that's a lot better.
Yes, where's the fire? 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. 2 to the front and the 3 and the 4, 2 to the back.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, let's not get so wild. And. That's it. Inside front. And outside back. Good. Here we go. Careful with the arabesque. And no. Let's make it also 2 to the front. All right. Let's have a nice stretch before we come to the center. And let's use this tune. It should look somewhat familiar. Front and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 chassé Tenlier brush through. And the back and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 chassé Tenlier brush through. Écarté and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 chassé Tenlier brush through. Close fifth, 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 close fifth. We're on the other side. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 chassé Tenlier balance bas. Back and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 chassé Tenlier balance bas. Side and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 chassé Tenlier balance bas. Close fifth and fifth and fifth and fifth, now with changing directions.
Okay.
Arms 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. Hi Jane. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7.
So that starts, the very last 8 starts to the side?
No, it starts to the back again.
Okay.
So you have basically 8 encore. And let me show that one more time for Jane. And it's a nice leisurely speed. I assume you had a little bit of a chance to do some pliés and stuff.
Yes.
Excellent. So we have 4 tendus, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 chassé Tenlier brush through, close. Reverse that. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 chassé Tenlier brush through, close. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, the same chassé forward Tenlier back, brush through, close. I know what you're saying. You're closing it and you keep on going logically en croix. Écarté front, croisé, écarté, arabesque, en face, effacé, écarté back. You're ready.
Okay.
Is that making sense, Craig?
Yeah.
Craig has a little head start because we've been already pounding it into his brain underbar.
Well, that doesn't necessarily give me a head start.
Well, it gives you a head start in as much as having it pounded into your head. Okay, let's give this a mark. There is quite a little bit of time to think. We'll take it nice and jazzy. Let's keep our arms low. What do you say? Now take him up. Close fifth. Keep going on forward. Now change direction en face. Even time for a nice juicy plié. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Chassé, Tenlier, for your first on your way through, close, and back, and 2, and 3, 4, chassé, Tenlier, brush it through, close, écarté front, 2, and 3, and 4, again chassé forward, Tenlier, brush it through, close your fifth, keep going, 1, 2, 3, 4, en face, écarté, effacé, écarté, demi-plié and finish. Okay. And let's not cheat our tendus if we possibly could. Here we go. Feel these nice strong arms in positions. 3 and 4 and 5. Feel your fourth in between, brush through and close and just push down into the floor in both legs, preferably through your fifth. Chassé, tendu. Make a distinction between chassé and tendu and 1. Feel the brushing and the flossing. Close fifth and écoutez. Croisé, écoutez, arabesque, en face. Effacé front, écoutez back, demi-plié, and 1. Forget your balance right there, great. Feel the floor. Feel your hips. Balance it through. And 1. Balance right through. And 2. Careful not to bounce in your hips. Chassé forward. Tendu back. Balance right through. And close. And close. Careful with your hamstring. Plie finish. Okay. Okay. How about doing the same thing one more time? However, a little bit speedier and gonzalier. And the fifth and fifth and fifth and fifth chassé, tendu and the through. And the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. It's the same combination, just a bit quicker as a little reality check. Chassé forward, tendu back, brush it through, close fifth, 1 and the 2 and the 3, 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7, demi-plie. Okay, here we go. Fingertips and toes. Here we go, and 1, 2, 3, 4, floor, tendu, brush through, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. One. And 1. Just push down, there's no time to open your legs. 1. And relax. Yeah, it's destination fifth and just push down into the floor. There is no time for anything else. But you like a redemption set.
Yeah.
Possibly starting with the other foot in front. Yeah, so be super economical. Yeah, accents are in, pushing always just down instead of out. So the beat always happens in a closed position, not somewhere out there. Okay, here we go. And fifth, 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 fifth. And fifth. That's it. Fifth. Close. 2, 3, and 4. Arabesque en face. There we go. And 1. Careful with your arms straight. And relax. That was very, very expressive, Jane. Yeah. But we have to cut you some slack. All right. I might just put you through that tomorrow again.
I can't get my feet stretched at that tempo. What am I doing
Because you're trying to stretch your feet instead of pushing your toes into the floor.
Well,
And one. Done.
there's only so much time though.
You don't need that much time. Remember what we're doing when we're going tendu to fourth, this kind of thing? That's basically all it is. It's the speed of your heel simply finding the floor. Instead of closing your fifth, feel like your heel is finding the floor instead. So almost think like you don't necessarily need to close it all the way. Is that making sense, Greg? It's a heel toe.
The feeling doesn't. I'm
Right.
not getting the feeling of it yet,
Yeah.
I guess.
That is why we'll do it again tomorrow.
All right.
Okay. Cute. By the way, that gets us very much into the whole balancing thing. All that quick stuff. Okay. Right. And it's literally you're scratching the floor with your toes. Instead of opening and closing your leg, which obviously is much harder to do in that little amount of time. Let's go coupe and passer and plier. Step, arabesque, promenade. To plier, pas de bourrée en tenant. Demi-plié, écoté back. To fifth, slide forward. Let's go arabesque today. Demi-plié to fourth. Pas de bruit. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. You still have one count because we're pliing and 2. Well, 2 counts. 1 and 2, écoute back, 3 and 4, close fifth, slide forward. It's you're standing like standing side arm is up. Keep it there for your fourth, and then just pas de bourrée into your fifth. We could give this a mark.
Yeah.
So you're starting with your coupe, passe, and croisé, then you take it to your FSA angle before you open your leg into demi-plié. Through en face. open it, step onto, on the down heel forward, deep deeply, onto and on. Equity. And forth. Clean. And so once again, we're trying to feel the difference between on the or with your standing leg resisting and on the down with your standing leg leading. Okay. And here we go. Your standing leg is leading, closing arm however Jane. Deep demi-plie to category onto and on. And to fix your spacing, ekati back. Ribcage. Remember, you keep your arm up for your arabesque. That was better, Greg. And finish. Jane, you're going the wrong way. It's on the down. There, that's right. And your arm that is in first goes to third, your heel is pushing forward and you're landing in fourth. And yes, you can feel that arabesque at 45 degrees rather than what we talked about yesterday, losing your hips by trying to lift it too high. Greg, on the right, extend your leg away from you backward into that arabesque rather than just yanking it up. That was your problem on the right side. Is that on the down turn?
Wait,
Yep.
it's here.
Yeah, that one, that's right. So really feel brushing your back toes, heel forward. Anchor
Oh,
you.
no.
Yeah. Brush your toes backward. Otherwise, you're pushing yourself forward.
Well, I can't feel it in the toes.
That was a little bit better. Yeah. And Jane, remember, you keep that arm up when you're landing, so it doesn't collapse. It stays. Nope. It stays. Yeah. Just to prevent you from collapsing into it. Craig, I suspect your fourth is not big enough. That might be one of the reasons why. A little better. A little tiny bit better. And no worries. We'll see. Yes, better. Mm-hmm. Let's give that the same treatment as yesterday with our attitude. Starting with our left leg again. Forward and back to your fourth. Up and down and and close, chassé and plié and en dehors to your fourth, step back and close. Forward and back and fourth, arabesque, plié and step back. Forward, plié, en dehors to your fourth, step back, coupé, pas de bourrée en tournant, or ready for the other side. So you're doing it twice on the right, twice on the left. Balancé, balancé, fourth, arabesque, fourth, step back. Temps lié, plié, and pirouette to your fourth, step back, close. Just one more time, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, pas de bourrée en tournant, 7, 8. Ready for the other side. Yes, Jane.
Left foot starts in front.
Yes, it does, like yesterday. So your first arabesque turn will also go toward your left shoulder, however your pirouettes will go toward the right.
Here.
Yep, up, croisé, land and croisé, fourth. Yep, step back, tourne forward. Plié fourth. Pirouettes to fourth, step back, close your fifth. Do it one more time. If you run late, you can just keep it from your open foot into your next balancing. So it begins effacé. Now step back, then tourne forward. En dehors to fourth. Step back, then coupé back and pas de bourrée en tournant. Coupé right onto that front foot. There, and pas de bourrée en tournant. There we go. The other foot is in front, we can start it on the other side. Are we good to give this a mic?
Yeah.
And it is kind of syncopated, because it's a little on the fast side. Feel your fourth. One more time. Feel your fourth. Down, step. Temps lié, to plié, pirouette to your fourth. Step back, now coupé. Left, two. Fourth, stay in your fourth. Arabesque, plié. Step back. Temps lié, plié. Pirouettes. Fourth, step back, close your fifth. One more time, same side. Two. And up and down. Step back, temps lié, plié, pirouettes to fourth. Step back, coupé back, pas de bourrée. Is that making sense, Greg? So you're doing twice the same thing. And you only have your pas de bourrée en tournant the second time after your pirouette. The first time you have a little bit more time with your pirouette. But please don't use that time to worry about them.
I feel like I have the sequence wrong.
Okay,
So after the first turn,
yeah.
step back, you don't close?
No, you stay there, feel your position, then temps lié forward. Feel your fourth, pirouettes en dehors. Feel your fourth again, step back onto it. Close your fifth. Now you start again. Forward and back, blah blah, the same thing. Fourth, arabesque to fourth. Step back. Temps lié, plié, en dehors pirouettes to fourth. Step back, now onto your coupé and pas de bourrée en tournant. That's right. And even so, pas de bourrée means the step of the drunk. It doesn't mean that we want to stumble around instead of really pas de bourrée-ing. Okay, here we go. Nothing wrong with dancing at and. Temps lié. Yep, step back. back, close fifth. One more time. One. Tendez. Step back, coupé. Pas de bruit en tournant. And one. Five. And one. Step back onto it. Coupé. And relax. All right away. The only difference after your pirouette step back correct, there was no more tendez forward. It either closed in fifth or it coupéed onto that front foot. Just for the record. Yep.
At
After
the very
pirouette,
end,
both times after your on or pirouette, you started throwing an extra tendez forward in there that wasn't there.
so it goes right from here to the,
No, you're stepping back and you're closing fifth.
oh, and I was going, okay.
And you were going one more tendez forward. Minor sin, but a sin nevertheless. All right. Changement and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, chassé fourth en dedans, close your fifth. Échappé fourth and the 5th, assemblée. Échappé second and 5th, assemblée. Coupé, pas de bruit, since you just been there. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, chassé en dedans, close fifth. 4th and the 5th, assemblée, and the 2nd and 5th, assemblée. Coupé, pas de bruit. 4 changements. Front foot chassis into a nice croisé, so you're not coming too far forward with them. Close fifth. Échappé fourth and 5th, assemblée back foot. And now échappé side and 5th, and assemblée back foot again. Yep, and 5th and assemblée. Coupé, back foot, pas de bruit. You are on the other side. 4 changements. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, chassé, en dedans, close your 5th. 4th and the 5th, assemblée. There's only one choice if you're coming from the back foot. Échappé one more time. 2nd and 5th, assemblée, pas de bruit. Always back foot, assemblée. Coupé, pas de bruit. There we go. Are we good to mark this? Okay. Yes, no, maybe. Okay.
I'm
Yes. Yes. Yes.
here,
Yeah.
assemblée,
Yeah. Yeah.
échappé.
Yeah. Close.
Close.
Assemblée again. And coupé, pas de bruit. Yep. So all these actions come from your 5th position back. Assemblée and coupé. All right. How about giving this a go? Here we are. Quick toes. Easy. Échappé close. Assemblée, pas de bruit. And relax. Quick, all you have to do is close your échappé in a second before you take your assemblée.
I can't get off my left foot. It's swollen again.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing that we are out of time. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will be seeing you
Sure.
tomorrow.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.